What's good, YouTube? And welcome to the house. The 2018 Mega Pack is the one that breaks all the rules, and that's actually very, very exciting for us. We'll get into that in just a bit, and the discussion that comes from it is interesting. It's split by me, but at the same time, I think it's a good thing overall. But first, confirmation on our promos from the MEGATIN. Nice to see that Junk Collector and Ultra Rare. Actually, Junk Speeder just looks really nice too. We got Metal Marcher, and this is a good pack overall. I'm very happy with how it turned out. And we come to some leaks, boys. The beginning, the start of the leaks has purple Nightfall. Hell yeah. And that means you can probably imagine that blue would be one of the other secrets, right? Konami wouldn't do that to us, right? It wouldn't be the strangest thing, but at the same time, I'm pretty happy seeing purple here. It was the one that was spiking harder. We also see Rescue Ferret, we see Ib, we see Candina, we see a really solid pack out of this, and it's pretty cool, but something that changes everything. Something that really brings about an air of hype and shows that Konami listens. We have Demise, King of Armageddon, Ruin, and End of the World in the Mega Packs as commons. So not in their original rarity, which would have been actually easier to get. We'll talk about that in a second. It would have been nice to see that super, and then End of the World being common, it would have stuck. But this is so interesting at number 231, 232, and 233. Instead of introducing this in OTS pack, it's put into the 10s. I feel really happy when hard to get cards become easier for everybody. That's a good thing. The problem here is, well, how hard is it to get a Mega Pack common? You get 12 commons per pack, I believe it is. I actually have the info up here because I was looking. I think it's, 12 commons per pack. And I was trying to put together the secrets that were maybe missing. That means 36 per 10. You have a set that ranges 233 at least now that we know of cards. And it goes 15, 15, 15 normally. So Secrets 15, Ultras 15, and the Supers 15 ratios from the past couple years. So if that's 45, that's almost 200 commons to hunt these down. That's about one of these in almost every 8 10s. The quantity is not going to be a surplus, but it certainly is more than what it was. I just find it odd. Like, if you had put this as a super, I guess you're taking away from the potential reprints, but I don't think we've been hunting down supers in the Mega Packs too often. It's mostly the secrets that we're, excited to hunt down. I don't think that would have been so bad. Or even as promos. Hey guys, we missed the mark as promos. But the really exciting thing about this is, we're breaking the rules, breaking it open, and past cards can come into the Mega Packs. Even if it's just these so far, it certainly is interesting. And just to whoever took these, your quality here, please guys, turn the flash off, please. But you did get a really good look at MP18 on this, and it says Source Zodiac Duelist. So I feel like it's interesting. This Mega Pack's breaking the rules. Is it just here? Are there going to be other things that breaks the rules on? We come into the secret rares, and so we know 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 of them. So assuming blue is 1, Ferret and purple automatically make 12 known, and we should assume, I would think, right, that blue would be 13. That means 2 have left to be spoiled? Question mark. I think it's only the first 10, maybe the first. I know our last 2 10s have been 15, 15, 15. It'll be interesting to see if we're gonna break that mold or not when we're already breaking the mold on cards. So, Purple Nightfall. It was bought out recently. I always tell you guys it's pure speculation. Yes, you have a huge payoff if it's not announced, but I personally would wait and try to rush for it as the spoiler list comes out and it's not there. Turns out it's there. turns out that was probably the right move. But a lot of you guys think scared money doesn't make money, and that can also be right sometimes. Imagine having gone on Spiral Double Helix last year before the tins released, or Wind Witch Ice Spell. That's what a lot of people were hunting for with the Mech Knights. It just looks like a failed buyout at this point. But this is more exciting to me than the actual leak of Purple, although as a person who wants to play Mech Knight Invoked, oh, that is so welcome. This gives us so many open doors to make the Megatins a little bit more like Battles of Legend of the first year. It gives us the ability to not only go through the entire past year, but then look back over a decade and give us needed reprints that are related to the current format. That's hard to get commons, perhaps staples instead of this more gimmicky ritual deck. I'd like to see some staples, perhaps, that, you know, over time have been harder to get. And I don't want to promote Floodgates, but look at the price of Rivalry and Gozen Match. That would be kind of cool to see, you know, cards that maybe impacted the year 2018 last minute getting put in, like maybe a couple of the Worlds cards. Although I have to imagine, right, that this was printed and put into warehouses maybe some point before Worlds, but it would be so cool to maybe even push the Megatins back half a month in order to be able to do that. Look at the impact from Worlds and maybe put cool cards like that. I think I'd enjoy that personally. But what do you guys think of the leaks so far? I also want to talk about the promos here. You guys, a lot of you were harsh on only Synchro and Hero players are going to love these. Well, what did you think was going to happen when Yusei and Jaden were the cover of the tins? Please answer me that. What did you think was going to happen? A lot of people speculated on Cherubini and Needle Fiber. Yes, it would have been nice to see it in a product that got to everybody. And the kind of way that people were pulling at straws to say they would be in there, well, they released Norden in the tins. Personally, I would have been happy if it was released in these tins so that it would be plausible to hit it for next year's WCQ format. That would have been perfectly fine by me. I would have been a huge fan of that move, but it's wishful thinking. Just because it goes with Synchros and it's a Yusei tin, it was wishful thinking. And personally, I'm really happy getting Junk Collector finally. I'm really happy getting a lot of these cards. I think the Yusei promos are A1, and Solid Man, that's A1. These are really good promos for me. I don't get where so much disappointment is other than Brains Pack. I'm mad we didn't get Brains Pack. I'm with you there. I wish there were easier ways to get it, but just putting the expectation blindly that these should have been in the Megatins as promos, I don't get the hate. I'm actually really happy with the promos, and I understand the disappointment from maybe the meta players. Maybe the people who are with me that wanted it to get hit before next WCQ. I see a few sighs of relief. I'm glad Needle Fiber's not here yet. That card's insane. I do see you guys. I see that. But overall, it seemed like a negative reaction to the promos. I'm particularly happy with them. I'm also pretty happy. While I'm split that this isn't in the product description, this could have easily been shoved in OTS pack. This could have been put elsewhere. At the same time, it's also really hard to pull. At the end of the day, this is a harder to get card that is more accessible to us now and is put into a place where they listened to the community and broke the rules of their own product that was set up and gave it to us. It's not just touching the last year. So I'm personally a fan overall of the Megatins. A lot of people are like, ha, you bought a case towards X person or Y person in my Discord, and I'm like, that's not a bad thing still. So far, so good. Now Purple's in here. That should hit pretty well on pre-sales, along with Borreload, Firewall, evenly matched. Like, this is an amazing set. I really don't get why people are laughing at people who bought the tins other than maybe you didn't or couldn't. Like, that's maybe it at the end of the day. Because so far, I'm enjoying it. Yeah, you don't have promos that are auto cash, but I actually have a really good example. You know Solid Man? Let's see if you keep on to him, because look up Shadow Mist right now from a starter deck, something even more accessible than the Megatins themselves. Oh, you're telling me market price 713, and if we actually go towards the layout for Market Watch, give me 1 second here so that you guys can see this. Market Watch layout. Look at this. It's actually above. It's something I was going to include in Market Watch later, but we'll just show it here real quick. 785. A starter deck promo. So if you don't think that a Megatin promo can, over years, perhaps reach this price, also think about Ghost Ogre. Just think about that. It's probably a good long-term investment overall for Solid Man. So, thanks for watching. What did you think of today's Megatin news and the discussions? How do you feel about the promos? Have you had time to sit back and think about it? How do you feel about purple being in here along with some nice ultras? And what do you think of them breaking the rules and putting the Demise cards in here? All of it, pretty good stuff. Thanks for watching, everybody.